Today, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk about the true meaning of the holidays, the true meaning of Christmas, and the meaning of hope, and where hope comes from, because it really only comes from us, the Tesla shareholders. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about Tesla cracking 420 into all-time highs today, so congratulations to anybody out there that put up with all the Grinches and bears that we finally convinced to become shareholders in the company. And on top of that, we're going to take a look at the news that is making this cherry on top of this cake so absolutely glorious. I look forward to breaking all this down for you, so let's just jump right into this. Welcome back, my passive income investors alike. I think Elon Musk is the true representation of absolute belief and hope in a stock that looks to better the future and just make the world an absolutely amazing place. And I think a lot of us millennials that have been believing in this stock is for fundamentals so many people just overlooked. And we're going to take a look at some of those Grinches, some of those trolls, and some of those just short sellers and why they believe the company was trash when the company took an amazing drop this year and then only to push into all-time highs just before the holidays. Now, I was one of those people that purchased Tesla stock right back here for around $320, $330 a share, only to see it tank about 30 to 40%. And when this moment happened, I had so many people battering me into the ground, but I couldn't get over this company, and I continued to hold shares. I do wish I picked up more down here, but I did average in right around the same price when it started coming back. But I just wanted to take a look at the hope and the belief and just what this company has become, because it just keeps getting better. Ladies and gentlemen, the memes are absolutely hilarious. There isn't, and look at that. How ironic is it that scrolling through the forums, we get an ad for a Ford truck? I mean, do they not know what they're doing here, Ford? I mean, like, it doesn't get any sweeter than this. It really doesn't. And if you don't know why this is absolutely hilarious, ladies and gentlemen, well, we remember the notorious funding secured tweet at 420 and only to get slapped back in the face after these big tanks happen. So, I mean, this is just great news, guys. It's just great news. So let's take a look at the actual news. Like, what is the news? Well, obviously, Tesla stock is up as it secures $1.4 billion in loans for the Gigafactory 3. And let's just read through some of this news, ladies and gentlemen. Tesla stock. Tesla is up more than 1.5% in pre-market trading today after it was reported that the automaker secured $1.4 billion in loans from the Chinese bank for Gigafactory 3, its operations in China. Continuing on here, the existing loan was worth over $500 million. It was secured in March after Tesla construction of the Gigafactory 3 in Shanghai earlier this year and is due March 2020. Tesla is already producing vehicles out of the Gigafactory 3, but the company is expected to expand the factory significantly over the next year to produce more parts locally, as well as start Model Y production. With the new made in China vehicles, Tesla fleet is expected to also expand much faster in the country, which will require Tesla to expand its infrastructure in the country. Last month, Tesla delivered over 5,000 cars in China. Now, Tesla is steadily producing and shipping made in China Model 3 vehicles out of the Gigafactory 3, but we have yet to hear about the automaker delivering the vehicles, as it appears to still be holed up with sales approval in the market. So other than this news came out at a perfect time just to push all of our accounts up into all-time highs. I can't believe I only just been buying some more shares in this company. I am going to be purchasing a few more shares. As I've said in past videos, to be honest, anybody buying shares in this company, I wouldn't even worry about buying it in the $200 to $500 range, because this is still just chunk change for the true numbers and fundamentals that this company may be able to produce in the next 5 to 10 years, which leads me into wanting to talk about the trolls and the haters. And I want to talk about the biggest conversion that I could have never imagined happening, and that was Kevin O'Leary. Just take a listen to this. We're going back a little bit here, as this was posted only in July 10th of 2018. So just take a listen about how fast things have changed.
And then deliver enough cars from the plant.
Well, we're getting ready for state fair season, and one of the things that kids play at the state fair is whack-a-mole. And Elon Musk is beginning to look like a whack-a-mole, right? He popped up with his submarine in Thailand. Now he pops up in China. He's a whack-a-mole. And the problem is, Where's he going to get the money? You got to have free cash flow, and yeah, he'll get some cash flow from selling the cars, but I'm talking about free cash flow. I think Kevin has argued on the show many times that you want to own businesses that have free cash flow and can pay dividends. And when are we going to get tired of the revenue growth stories? I can't wait for the day.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, I'm guessing this is not a stock that you own.
You know, I always preface my comments about Tesla because I want to shine the light of what a great entrepreneur Elon is. But let's talk about the stock. I don't own this stock, and there's a very specific reason. At some point in time, and I'd argue this announcement to build this capacity, which is basically 10 times the capacity the company delivers out of Fremont right now. Does this not make the company look like a real car company? And why should you concern yourself about that? As it scales, as it becomes an international player, at some point in time, the same multiple that all the other international companies trade between, call it 14 to 19 PE. Imagine if you applied that all of a sudden one day to Tesla. If you're a shareholder, you're going to be a grown person weeping. You're going to lose 50 to 70% of your value. I don't know if it happens overnight, but when does this stock come back to earth? Now, every time I say this, I get 1,000 hate mails from all these people that don't give a damn about cash flow or earnings or valuations. They are the ones where the hen will come back to roost one day. This will trade like all the other car companies one day, and that's why I don't own the stock. Grown men will weep when that day comes.
Do you own the car?
I do. My son made me buy it, and I have to admit, I love that thing. I got the one with the wings, the X. I love it. I love it. But it's not the stock, it's the car.
And ladies and gentlemen, I recently posted this video, November 27th. So we're only skipping almost a year here from that video. And if we take a quick listen.
Actually investor in Tesla. Why? Because I can now see the path to profitability.
If you want to watch this video, I'll leave the link in the description below where I break down Kevin O'Leary's portfolio, but I can't get over the hilarity of just what a year has done to him. And I realized that he was one of those guys a year ago that really didn't look at Tesla as a whole instead of just looking at it and comparing it to other car companies. And he didn't run the math on understanding that this is a huge speculative play based on some things. But the fact is, it's the fastest growing in its sector, and it represents something like Amazon did a decade ago, when Amazon was one of these growth stories where it was just revenue growth. And obviously Amazon's true potential ended up showing what was capable, and I feel that same exact resemblance here. And we are still not talking about all the things that Tesla is completely capable of, but I feel like this is the true moment where we finally crushed the bears. These gas guzzling lying companies like Ford that lied about their emissions and lied about how much it was actually costing you, saying they were the best in class for their trucks, and it's so ridiculous. And I just love how, all of this stuff kind of just folds into itself into this beautiful moment before the holidays. I feel like this might be one of the greatest Christmases for the stock market ever, after having such flat years with a lot of fear and speculation. And then there's just been a lot of YouTubers like myself, like Matt. There's just so many people out there. Like, if you don't know Matt Money, go check him out. And we've just been preaching, cost averaging into good companies. And, even though the markets are still up quite a bit, you can save up some cash for good moments on dips, but you shouldn't let this steer you away from the market, guys, because it's moments like these where I'm glad that I am mostly all into the markets. And even if they were to turn around at any time, my dividends have become incredible. And the capital growth I've had over the last 5 years, absolutely incredible. And it's not something that I'm here to constantly, shove in your face. I'm not really trying to brag about it, but it's something we should celebrate together. It's not. And a lot of people would hate upon somebody like myself kind of talking about this success, showing these kind of numbers, but it's something that should be celebrated and admired, because I admire other people like Matt Money. Like, you guys should really check his channel out. It's people like us and people above us and people that are even just getting into it with 5,000. It is so admirable on every single level, because it's just the strategy in and of itself that becomes life-changing and allows you to leave a legacy and be able to help others in the long term while taking short term, cutting back on just joys in life, things that you'd spend money on, and kind of minimalizing and becoming a little bit more frugal at hopes of projecting all of this into your future. And if you guys don't understand stock market investing, you're more interested in it, come check out our course. I do not advocate selling online courses. I know a lot of people hate against it. The only reason we sell this course is because we want to change people's lives. This is like a one and done course. You're not paying any kind of crazy fees. You get a 1-year access to being able to talk to our 20 members that all trade high figure accounts. You get access to us. You get access to custom tools that we built. It's just a really useful thing, and I'm glad that we're helping even the people we've helped already. And if you guys just want to talk about stocks over the holidays, come consider joining our holiday chat group here, guys. Not just a holiday chat group, but come enjoy our finance chat group, guys. I need to update the numbers because we've gotten a few more members over the last little while. I take time for my investing family. I'm also going to be taking a break over the holidays, ladies and gentlemen, because it sounds weird to talk about money on Christmas when it's more about family. Maybe we'll try to do a fun little frugal unboxing, or maybe I'll film something to post later after the holidays, because it'll be fun to show you guys what presents I got people, and maybe just to see the joys of my family opening their gifts. But I want to make it more about my family than I am about finance, because we've done all very, very well. So I'm just here high-fiving all you fam out there, all you finance and passive income fam. You guys are what makes all of this possible, and I'm really looking forward to the holidays, guys. So stay cool, stay awesome. I look forward to chatting to you real soon.